big week. A big week. So, what do we have? What do we have behind door number 2? Sushi, tempura. What else? I'm really hungry. No breakfast, no lunch, no dinner. And so I'm splurging. I figure it's all you can eat. It's like going to all you can eat sushi bar. And on top of that, crab in here, no fish. Crab. Locally caught crab. Where am I? Well, let me tell you. I'm at the place where Mark Twain spent his coldest winter, which was a summer in San Francisco. And it's living up to its name today, at least right here. Now, if you were to wander anywhere out of this particular corridor here, where all of the cold, marine, foggy air moves through, and go in just about any direction except west, where the fog emanates from. Any direction, Tiburon, even Angel Island is going to be warmer than it is here. Alcatraz will be about the same. But Gary's Ranch is about 50 miles that way, and I guarantee you right now it's 40 degrees warmer up there. And so this is the most amazing thing, the microclimate of the Bay, people. So let's just forget about the beer and the sushi for a minute, and talk about microclimates. I just got back. I can't show you any photos. I can't show you any video. But I just got back from Sergey's house. He's the guy that started Google. I also work for the guy who started YouTube. It's pretty fun, the people you meet down here. I haven't met Sergey yet, but I saw his garden. It's pretty incredible. I'm gonna basically put a bunch of avocados in for him. Can't show you though, because it's a secret. I can tell you that I did that, but I can't show you any imagery. But it's incredible, let me tell you. Probably help with some palms and stuff like that too. But yeah, so the Bay, the San Francisco Bay Area has the second most complex climate in the world. And it's only seconded to the southern tip of South Africa. And the difference there, the southern tip of South Africa, is that it's very similar to here. It has a cold ocean off its shore. They can have this, influx of relatively cold water. But the difference is, in addition to having a cold ocean off its shore, it also has a tropical ocean right there on the other side. A cold ocean and a tropical ocean, and they come together right at the southern tip of Africa. So it creates an even more complex climate than here. Complex meaning it could be like, 52 degrees over there, and at my ranch, about 50 miles that way, which I think is the hottest location, and I'm not kidding, literally the baseball field at my ranch is the hottest location anywhere near the bay, within 50 miles of the bay. The 50 miles of I think from the Golden Gate Bridge, within 50 miles of the Golden Gate Bridge, I believe that my baseball field at Winters is the hottest location there is. It's quite remarkable. All this cold air comes in to the bay. It's invited through the Golden Gate. It's a low spot in the hills. Well, there's no hills. And you can see over there where it's sunny. Well, that's nice and warm because you don't have this influx of cold marine air. And the same thing would go to the south. You have the mountains of San Francisco. They kind of get bigger and bigger. They go down to San Mateo. They get pretty large. And then eventually they stop. Generally, they stop the fog unless it's really thick from coming in. So really, you just have this corridor, this cold air, and it slams right into Berkeley, right over there. Golden Gate Fields in particular. And then the air, it misses Richmond. You see Richmond's over there on the other side of Alcatraz. San Jose is on the bay, but to the south, it doesn't get any of this cold marine air. This cold marine air will work its way up the valley or up the delta. And then it'll even reach Sacramento sometimes because there's not much to impede its progress. But then when it gets to the Central Valley, it kind of diffuses itself, and part of it goes north up the valley, part of it goes south into San Joaquin. And what ends up happening at winters, there's a big Vacaville mountain range, and it creates a dead zone of air where this cold marine air goes around it. Of course, it's warmer by the time it gets there, but it's still relatively cool. Goes around the mountains, and then winters is tucked right behind those mountains in a rain shadow, right behind the Napa Mountains. And so the air goes up the valley, then it actually comes back as a backdraft eddy. And that's what passes by winters before it then rejoins the delta. And so the air at winters is basically air that comes through here, goes all the way up the delta and warms, and then it makes a left-hand turn and goes up the valley, and it superheats up there because it's really hot up there. But then it turns around and comes back as a very slight draft, and by then it's superheated. So that's why we have the hottest location in the Bay Area, which is pretty cool. It's like literally almost like Phoenix there. And so I can grow a lot of really interesting things like mangoes and things that require lots of heat. So, but anyway, you're looking at the most complex climate, well, the second most complex climate in the world, doing its thing with the Golden Gate shrouded, at least the top tower is shrouded in fog, and it's, you know, it's basically the height of summer. It's September 2nd or whatever. It should be the warmest time of year here right now, and this is the deal. So anyway, I'm freezing cold already, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna sit here and have my dinner before heading over that bridge into those mountains, over that mountain by Mount Tam, and then ultimately to Stinson Beach, which thank goodness is facing south, so it shouldn't be as socked in as here. This is literally, if you don't like foggy weather, if you don't like cold, windy, foggy weather, this is where you want to avoid. But if you like it, you should come here, and you should come here anyway because it's so beautiful. And that's pretty much the whole